This is JMR Geography for Lesson 5, The Virgin. Once again, we have no real movement that takes place other than a statement that Mary returned from En Kerem to Nazareth. It's not stated in the text, but we see her at Nazareth in Matthew chapter 1. Focus sections 6 and 7 of this lesson talked about the Emmanuel prophecy of Isaiah 7:14. It said that in addition to Matthew's use of this prophecy, it had fulfillment during the reign of Ahaz, as Pekah from Israel and Rezin from Damascus had formed an alliance during the time of Tiglath-Pileser III to try to oppose a campaign by Tiglath-Pileser III. This red represents destruction by Tiglath-Pileser III through Damascus's territory and down into Israel. Prior to this campaign by Tiglath-Pileser III, Rezin of Damascus, along with Pekah, had marched, and here's a line representing their march, down into Judah to oppose Ahaz, and attack Ahaz, who did not join with them and would not join with them. So it's kind of a complex period of time, represented by a lot of exchanges of kings in the north. After the long reign of Jeroboam II, his son Zechariah came on the throne, killed by Shallum. Menachem came on the throne, killed by, then his son Pekahiah follows him, killed by Pekah. And so this is the time we're in. Rezin, Pekah, Ahaz in the south. Let's move this and we'll go to our marking on regional study map number 2, the land between. And I had you highlight main highways into the land from the north. So in this highlighting, we're going to enter here north of Sidon. We're going to highlight the double road, the heavier road, as it goes south. And we'll follow it south, keep pulling that north, pulling it south all the way down until we get to Raphia and off the map. Then we'll highlight a second route that comes in through the Rift Valley, and follows, it comes down by Hatzor to Lake Galilee, and we'll take that over to join the first route at Yokneam. There are other branches of this that we're not going to worry about highlighting at this point. We'll also highlight a route that we do not have as a double road, but certainly it's an important route that comes in from the Rift Valley and makes its way to Damascus. We'll run that one south through Karnaim and the remote Gilead, all the way down to Rabbah. We need to make a few connections between these routes. So one will come from Lower Galilee, the area of Sepphoris. We had a picture from Sepphoris north toward Kokava last week, and then from Sepphoris south looking at Nazareth. So we'll have highlight a route that runs below Gath Hefer and down across over through Beit Arbel to remote Gilead, and two connections between Route 1 and Route 2 from Abel Beit Makkah to Yanoach and Tyre, and back through Kadesh to Hatzor. In addition to highlighting these routes, we highlight these routes in preparation for 3 campaigns that take place from 733 to 732. The first campaign, Tiglath-Pileser comes in along the coast, and we'll draw a short route, a short campaign to Tyre, but he did push all the way south through the land and off this map to the river of Egypt, the Wadi El Arish. We'll label this one TP3 minus 734. A second campaign the next year brought him into northern Israel. We'll take that down as far as Hatzor. We'll stop there, but show that it continued with a small arrow moving into Lower Galilee around some sites that he records taking captives from: Cana, Yotapata, Hanathan. He names another site that we don't have on this map. It's on the Galilee map, the Galilee and Jezreel Valley map, Regional Study Map 5, if you want to find it there. I name it in the PDF. We'll also have a short arrow showing that he crossed over into Transjordan and campaigned in Gilead. We'll be putting red underneath sites that appear either in the record of this campaign in 2 Kings 15:29, or that appear in his own inscriptions, and we'll refer to those inscriptions in the PDF. A third campaign took place in 732 as he went into Damascus and crushed Damascus and took Damascus's territory, turned it into the territory of Damascus and Karnaim and Haran. In this campaign, he also contained the northern kingdom within Samaria. Now I'm kind of sweeping off what you can see, but he turned this into the territory of Megiddo and Dor, and so all of this northern regions become Assyrian territories or Assyrian provinces under Tiglath-Pileser III. I'm doing this because we have another great prophecy. In addition to the Emmanuel prophecy in chapter 7, we have another great prophecy in Isaiah 9, 1 and 2. Well, actually, Isaiah 9, 1 through 7. But we're going to be looking at the regions listed in Isaiah 9, 1 and 2. Isaiah echoes the campaign that's recorded in 2 Kings 15:29, as he speaks about Tiglath-Pileser III coming in and taking or on the way of the sea, the way to Lake Galilee or the Sea of Galilee, coming into Galilee of the Gentiles and going to across the Jordan, which is the region of Gilead. And so we'll have you marking out the three campaigns, sites taken, either recorded in 2 Kings 15:29 or his own inscriptions. And then we will take you to that prophecy in Isaiah 9, 1 through 2. That'll be your work for this week in JMR Geography.